Hey, it's Nicole Pearl, the beauty girl, and I am here with Dylan Lauren, the founder of Dylan's Candy Bar, which just opened a new location in Chicago. So we're at the Michigan Avenue store today. So we get a few minutes to chat with Dylan and find out a little bit more about all of her favorite sweets and also herself. So first of all, what's your favorite candy? Everyone wants to know.
I love so many different candies and it changes all the time, so I don't have one favorite. I could say now I'm into red Swedish fish and red raspberries. I always love marshmallow fluff, and every now and then a gummy bear is good.
How did you get into the idea of opening up this candy store, this lifestyle for candy?
I've always loved candy. I love the way it tastes, I love the way it looks, and I always saw candy as art. So I knew that having visited a lot of candy stores, they never had all the candies I'd seen from my travels, and I wanted to bring them to a store and also curate this store like a museum of candy. My other inspiration was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, so inspiring people to feel like a kid again under a sort of landscape of candy where they can find their favorites is sort of my goal.
And when you look around, you really feel that way. I remember when I was younger, my dream was to have a wallpaper you could lick, like in Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
So it really takes me back to walk into the store. It makes you feel happy.
Thank you.
If you don't know, Dylan's dad is Ralph Lauren. So I have to ask, what kind of inspiration did you take from him? Because he really created a lifestyle with fashion, and you're doing the same with candy.
Thanks. Yeah, he is very inspiring to me. Having taken his tie and then growing it into home furnishings and retail stores and restaurants and all different products. We have a similar goal to do that with candy, in that it's not just candy you eat, but there's candy art, there's candy furniture, there's candy apparel, robes, towels, flip-flops. We have a bar with candy cocktails, a party room with candy activities, so it's really candy everything.
So when you were growing up, did you feel pressure to always look good? Did you dress yourself or have him dress you? What was that like?
Well, I was more of a tomboy when I was younger. I had two older brothers, so I wanted to wear more of the jeans and the boyish clothes. But I love my dad's clothes and I love the gowns he makes. So as I grew into being more into fashion, I definitely love the colorful stuff the most. And I love that he provides all different products from RLX or Denim and Supply, and just something for every occasion.
We cannot not talk about beauty, so what are some of your beauty rituals? Are there any things that you picked up from even growing up, or things that you really swear by?
Yeah, I think that I love feeling like I look tan, even though I don't want to stand in the sun too long. So I love the Bobbi Brown or Clarins bronzing gels. I like eyelash extensions, but I prefer eyelash makeup, such as Better Than Sex. It's very baboom. Bobbi Brown's also bronzing powder's been good. Miracle Blur, in terms of making you look refreshed in the morning.
And in terms of being an entrepreneur, do you have any tips for other people out there that have this big dream? Like, where do you start, or what's some of the best advice that you've taken? Anything your dad taught you?
Yeah, I would say do what you love, because that's what you're going to be passionate about, and then it doesn't always feel like a job or a burden. To follow your gut is really important, because the mistakes I've made are when I'm not really listening to myself and listening to other voices out there too much. And surrounding yourself with really strong people that are strong in areas you're not as strong in.
Well, what do you think are your biggest strengths?
I think I'm a people person. I am my customer, so I get that they like candy or what they need. And I think I have a sort of vision of what I want to create, so it's very clear what I want to do.
And I have to say, when I walked in, Dylan was definitely at each of the displays perfecting everything, so I could tell you must be type A or
Oh
really
my God, totally. I definitely have a lot of energy. I don't know if it's from the sugar, but you need that to be an entrepreneur.
And in your everyday, what are your inspirations?
I would say pop art. A lot of the fixtures in our store are oversized lollipops and candy canes and chocolate bars. That's all inspired by different pop artists. And fashion, in terms of the candy designs and patterns we're making and the packaging we create.
Okay, and then lastly, just a few of your favorites. Sweet versus sour?
Definitely sweet.
White chocolate versus dark?
Milk chocolate.
Hard versus soft and
Chewy.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And for more tips and tricks, visit thebeautygirl.com.